Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing Tea Street. So today I'm going to jump right in so that I can get to my 90 kids this morning. Don't skip the process of being present for others. Can I tell you, in a season that's hard for me and a lot of my friends, it's crazy how many of my friends are going through really hard times at the same time that I'm going through. And one of the things that has really helped me is the concept of allowing people to be present for me, but also choosing to be present for people that I care about. And that doesn't mean that I necessarily have the power to do anything to either change their circumstances, make them feel better, make this circumstance better. I don't always have the power to do anything about the things that really challenge my friends. But can I tell you what I'm learning just for myself? Is sometimes there is a gift called presence. Just choosing to show up for people and being present. Good morning, Stephanie. And just being present for them. It doesn't require people to do anything. In this season, I so value the people who are simply present for me. They don't have to come bearing anything. They don't have to have knowledge. They don't even have to have gifts. All they got to have is the willingness to sit in the circumstance with me and allow me, for my friends, to sit in circumstances with them. It doesn't mean that we're doing anything to change anybody's circumstances, because in most of the cases, there's nothing any of us can do except be present for them. Now, what does it mean to be present? How can we practice presence in the lives of other people? Good morning, Miss Brown. Here's how you can do it. The first thing you can do is practice active listening. What does that mean? Not waiting for your turn to talk, really sitting in the presence of someone else and taking in all that they have to say to you. And some of the ways that you can demonstrate to people that you're actively listening is responding to what they have to say. When someone tells me something that's hurting them, my natural instinct is to go, ooh, that's my natural instinct. When I go, ooh, my friends know that I heard them. And guess what? Because I'm someone who takes on pain of my friends, not only did I hear them, I felt them in that moment. That's one way of being present for other people, giving empathy and understanding. Man, I may not know what you're going through personally, but can I tell you, my heart is aching for you. And I'm doing my best to understand because you never know how someone else is feeling. You just can never know that. Even if you've had a similar circumstance, you can't know their circumstance because all the things that surround it are different. I lost my mom, but I've had other friends who lost their parents too. And how they experience grief has been extremely different than how I have experienced it. And so it doesn't require us to say, girl, I know what you're going through. No, sometimes it's just saying my heart aches for you. And I'm doing my best to understand how you're feeling and how you're processing whatever it is that you're going through. And it's not always just death and grief that people are going through. Sometimes people are fighting battles with financially, and sometimes they're fighting social battles and they're fighting work battles. They're fighting all of these things that we may or may not know anything about. But giving people empathy. When you are being present for someone, can you eliminate the distractions? One of the things that I've been practicing is that when I go out with my friends and we're trying to be present for each other, putting my phone away. Unless it's an emergency, and for the record, the people in my family that I consider to be emergencies, we have a code that we give each other so we'll know that it's an emergency. And if it's not, if I don't get the code, I'm not answering. I'm not going to be distracted by this thing in my hand when I claim to be present for my friend. I got together recently with someone and they spent their entire time on their phone. They will never get 1 hour of my time ever again. One, they asked me to show up for them. And two, I said, hey, I could really use your support. And the entire hour that we were together, and by the way, it was supposed to be longer than an hour. I cut it short because I just couldn't take it anymore. They were distracted by this thing in the palm of their hand. The whole time they were scrolling and giving me glances like they were listening. I asked them a question based and predicated on something I had just said, and they couldn't answer it. So guess what? I don't expect them to ever be present for me. And can I just tell you, I won't give them another hour of my time because my time is extremely valuable. Offer support to people for what they're going through. And the way you do that isn't by giving people what you want them to have. Say, what can I do to be of service to you? How can I serve you today? And it may be, I don't need anything from you. Can you just pray? Can I tell you? If you say you're going to pray for someone, pray for them. How do you know that your prayer isn't something that might be standing between what they need and them getting it? So if you tell people you're going to pray for them, pray for them because life and death might be resting on your prayer. So don't tell people you're going to pray if you're not going to pray. Generally, when I say I'm going to pray for you, I usually stop what I'm doing and I pray. Sometimes I pray in the moment for people because I need them to know that prayer is a serious thing for me. That's how I offer support sometimes when I don't have anything material to give. Be mindful. Be mindful of what you say and what you do. And sometimes you don't need to say anything. Be mindful of what that person is experiencing because what they're experiencing, they're sharing and they're taking a risk in sharing with you. And finally, can you show genuine interest? If you're not going to do that, just don't show up. If you're not going to show genuine interest in what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing, whether it's on the mountaintop or in the valley, don't show up for me. Because I know when you're not really interested, you just are doing a duty. I don't need in this season of my life duty bound people. I need folks who really are intentionally being present for me. And when I offer me to be present for other people, it's because I'm genuinely interested in what they're going through. And so if we can do those things, we can begin the process of helping other people to heal. And even if we can't help them heal, we can help them feel better simply by being present. I'm the amazing T Street, but can I tell you something? There's absolutely, positively nothing amazing in me. There's not in each and every one of you. So whatever you do, don't skip the process of being present for other people. Have an amazing day.